one program for entrepreneurs celebrated an entrepreneurship day. 1 year, long time back it happened. And I celebrated Entrepreneurship Day by inviting 111 entrepreneurs there. And to all these guys who have already seen life, they have coaches, they have consultants, they have read books, they have gone to the best of the universities in the world to acquire the best of the qualifications that is there according to either their aptitude or their financial capabilities. What will I go and tell them? And that was my first ever exclusive entrepreneurship program. So when I was sitting and thinking, I realized the only challenge to growth for all of us is how do we manage transitions in life? Everything for us. In fact, those who handle transitions the best grow the fastest. Those who struggle through transitions grow the slowest. How do I handle transitions? Prabhuram has built his own business and he's grown into the whole thing, and he is in one of the things that he manufactures, he does the best in the entire world, and all this he has done. Now he wants to go to the next level. His brothers have to take certain responsibilities, they have to be empowered, he has to have his managers in place and other things. How does he transition from, if I am in the forefront, the best will happen, I am in the forefront, the best will happen, then you become a limitation. Then Alubi has become whatever it is today because of you, and it won't become what it can become because of you. How do you now transition into going into the background and still achieving the same level of productivity and excellence? How does he handle this transition? From the time I have started business, my mind has always been working on who will be the next investor, or from where can I get the next funding? At what stage is my product going to make money? My mind has already got programmed to get funding, sustain myself. Get funding, sustain myself. In my mind, I have already programmed myself saying that there is a critical mass and that critical mass, because that is how every IT guy thinks. See, from a time where conventional economy was through your products, through your services, through your manufacturing, you make money. The latest trend in digital is who will invest on my idea? Who else? Because we all did not come up in life, or some of the greatest organizations in the world today did not come up because they found funding. They had a product which the market was ready to buy. Whenever the money came from the market, these products and these organizations have become the biggest. Whenever your product was not viable in the marketplace, but your mind was trapped into who will invest, sustainability. I can understand 2 years, I can understand 3 years, I can understand 5 years. But in 5 years' time, if you have not made money, then I think you're in a trap. You're all the time trying to think who will invest in this idea. You can keep finding investors in the idea, but you're in a trap because you have not built a business model that is making money. As simple as that. How do I transition from all the time thinking about who will fund to start thinking who is buying? If in 5 years' time nobody has brought my product or service, if 5 years' time not enough people have brought my product or service, fundamentally there is a flaw in the business model. How do I handle this transition? How does a Shweta who has been part of, so the school will conduct exams, so within that system she has found herself easy to go, and not, for everybody it's not easy, for her it was easy to go and get 4 centums in board exams, and everybody celebrated. So at the district level, zonal level, they will conduct swimming competitions. So you'll have to just go and take part in the entire thing. You win, and everybody is proud that you keep consistently winning gold and breaking records in swimming. And then you go to London School of Economics to study there, and there you come. The system was demanding performance from you, and you kept performing. Then you join HDFC. Targets. You perform, you get incentive. You don't perform, you lose your job. Pressure of corporate. And corporate knows how to make anybody a performer, or they will eliminate you from the organization. Amazing performance. For an organization which would not give you an increase for 1 year's time, in 4 months' time revises your salary, doubles your salary, because they feel otherwise they lose you in the marketplace. System is carrying you. And then finally you come out and now you're an entrepreneur of your own, not accountable to anybody else except yourself. Now instead of 3 months, you can do in 9 months. Nobody's going to ask you any question. Now instead of earning in lakhs, you can earn thousands. Nobody's going to ask you any question. And you're not a breadwinner for the family. So there's no compulsion. If I don't earn this month, my family won't eat. Now how do you motivate yourself? Now how do you remain a peak performer? There is no system to help you. You are the system right now. In fact, others are looking at you for motivation. So you can't look at anybody else for motivation. Your time to be a follower is over. The day you become an entrepreneur, you have to lead. How do I handle this transition? In 5 years' time, you will handle the transition. In 10 years' time, he will make a living independent of him. Do we have those 10 years? Somewhere at 55, she can come up with a world-changing design. We don't have that sort of a time. We don't have that time. You can't at 28 and 29 realize that I can't be a little girl. The world is moving too fast. In 5 years' time, you cannot have the first profit made as an entrepreneur. You don't have that sort of a time. The more and more, I can keep giving examples. In fact, I feel like nailing each one of you right now by saying that you're taking too long in your transition. That the world will belong to those who succeed in transition acceleration. Transition is life. We cannot avoid. Transition is life. Everything is a transition. From staying in the house to going to a school, in play school, is a transition. I went in one direction in life, got married, produced a child, marriage did not work out. Now what next? How am I going to take my life from it? It's a transition. I have been a doctor myself and now I want to be a doctor entrepreneur. So how do I sit in the lead and get other transition? From being a free bird, a bachelor, a spinster, to getting married and now responsible for another life, transition. From being a parent of one child to being a parent of another child, transition. Everything is transition in life. If there is one thing like death cannot be avoided by anybody in human life, which comes only once, transition cannot be avoided in life because every day, small office to big office, transition. Small clients to big clients, transition. Ordinary success. No success. Nobody knows you. Ordinary success. Everybody is your friend. Phenomenal success. Your friends become your enemy. How do you handle this again? Suddenly your success is not inspiring others. It's making others jealous, envious. Rokna chahta hai. They want to stop you. How do you handle this at this moment? Without getting emotional about it and leading through the whole thing. How do you handle this? From the time you had the child in your arms, it's one way of parenting. To the time the child is so flamboyant, another type of parenting. To the time the child is not listening to you, how do you empower? Another phase in parenting. And now the child wants you to listen to him. Beta baap ban gaya. Now how do you go through this transition? And we don't have time. Transition acceleration.